Today's video is sponsored by Incogni. More on them later. Which year had the best pack releases for The Sims 4? This is episode 3 of the ERAS tour. I am part of the EA Creator Network, so some packs were gifted to me and some packs I've purchased myself. Welcome back to another episode of the ERAS tour, an original series on my channel where we're trying to figure out what was the best era for The Sims by building a house for each year using only the packs that were released in that year. We have done years 1 and 2, which will be linked down below. We are on year 3, which is 2017. I know I haven't done an episode of this series in a long time. I wasn't entirely sure if you guys were down for this series or not, so if you do enjoy the series and want me to continue it, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. It really helps me out to figure out what you guys want to see. Okay, at first glance, the packs that came out in year 3 are just okay. We only got 6 packs, which is less than the first 2 years. We got the Cats and Dogs expansion pack, the Vampires game pack, the Parenthood game pack, the Bowling stuff pack, the Fitness stuff pack, and the Toddler stuff pack. I'm definitely happy about the Cats and Dogs expansion pack because I love Brindleton Bay. I also love Parenthood and the Fitness stuff pack. So those 3 packs are probably going to carry this build. I don't know how or if I'm going to incorporate vampires at all, or really the Bowling stuff pack. I don't really know. The Toddler stuff pack I can use. It's not my favorite, but it'll do. It'll do. Luckily, I'm very familiar with all of these packs, so I'll be able to hopefully use all of these items to their maximum potential. Also, if you don't already have some of the packs I'm using today and you want to download them, please consider using my code DoctorAshley at checkout on the EA app and thesims.com, and 5% of your purchase will go towards supporting me and not to EA. You know what's actually crazy? It's crazy how we've somehow normalized being harassed on a daily basis by scam callers and junk mail. Let me know down below if you relate to this, but I just don't pick up my phone anymore. Anytime I receive a call, I just assume it's spam. And once in a while, I do pick up, and it's always spam. Genuinely, this is no way to live. All these small little annoyances keep building up, and I'm really trying to minimize the amount of mental distractions in my everyday life, which is why I'm so grateful once again for today's sponsor, Incogni. Companies are constantly gathering our personal information, building a complete profile of us, and selling it to data brokers for profit. And they know a lot more than you think, like your address, your relatives, your cell phone provider. I've told this story before, but in case you missed it, my best friend had one of her bank accounts drained. The scammer did everything over the phone and was able to answer all of the verbal security questions correctly. I mean, it's really not that hard for these scammers to find out your mother's maiden name or the street you grew up on, because these data brokers literally have a profile of you with your address. Luckily, my friend got compensated, but there are thousands of people out there that you hear about that aren't so lucky, and this is where Incogni comes in. They go out and they take you and your data off of all of these data brokers' lists. You sign up for Incogni and give them permission to act on your behalf, and then they find the list that you're on and demand that you be taken off, and they continue to push them until all of your information is deleted from these lists. You don't have to do anything but sit back and watch the progress on the dashboard, where you can see how many requests they've sent out and how many are successful or pending. If you want to take matters into your own hands, there's also a new custom removals feature where you can submit a specific link where your information is being exposed, and your dedicated privacy expert will handle the rest. Whether you're just trying to not get scammed, or you're trying to eliminate the daily annoyances in your life, Incogni truly is for everybody. Click the link in my description to go to incogni.com/DoctorAshley and use code DoctorAshley to get 60% off an annual plan. As you probably guessed, we're building in the world of Brindleton Bay today on this lovely 40 by 40 lot. I do have an interesting inspo photo I'm using today. It's this beautiful kind of coastal Hamptons looking house, and apparently it's the house from the series The Summer I Turned Pretty, which I haven't actually watched yet, but it's pretty popular, so hopefully you guys are fans and I do a good job. Obviously, I'm not recreating the inside, but I thought it would be fun to use this photo as our inspo for the exterior. I'm pretty sure this photo is of the back of the house, not the front, but I think I'm gonna try and make it the front of the house just because the silhouette is really pretty. I definitely don't want this home to be too big because I feel like I struggle with building super large homes, or at least furnishing super large homes, so hopefully I can do a lot with like the landscaping and the outdoor sections, and then the interior doesn't have to be too big. The silhouette is pretty simple. Now let's go in with our roof pieces. I think we can probably get away with using mainly gabled roof pieces on this main section. There's like some odd corner piece coming out of the corner here. I'm not exactly sure how I meant to recreate that. That looks kind of similar, I guess, right? There is this kind of diagonal chimney thing. I've never done a diagonal chimney on the front of a home before. That's definitely a first. Going in with some porch fencing. Now, we don't have a ton of options since we only have the 2017 packs. This might be our one and only opportunity to let the Vampires game pack shine in this build, since I don't believe I'm going to be using a ton of this pack on the interior. Going in with this base game trim around these columns. The windows from the Cats and Dogs expansion pack are basically an exact match, which is so lucky. I'm just holding down my Alt key so I can place the windows on the diagonal section closer together. The doors from the Cats and Dogs expansion pack aren't an exact match, but they're pretty close, and I think they still achieve the same look. And I'm just mixing in these base game glass doors for the top section. Also with these large windows from the Cats and Dogs expansion pack. That's pretty good for windows and doors. I think it looks really accurate to the photo. Now for the columns, I think we do have a nice plain column that came with the Cats and Dogs expansion pack. We also have ones that came with vampires. Unfortunately, they're maybe just a little bit too detailed. We also have these plain ones from the base game, which I think are my first choice. They just look the most accurate to the photo, what can I say? Okay, next let's go in with some wall covering, and I already know which one I want to use. This Brindleton Bay one in the light blue color. It matches the photo so accurately. Now let's just go in with some roof shingles. I really like this cottagey one from the base game. I think it just screams coastal cottage to me. For the chimney, this might be the perfect opportunity to use some of this brick from the Vampires pack. Again, since we probably won't be using it much going forward. It also kind of adds some like character to this home as well. Let's raise this house up on a small platform so we can have a nice grand staircase leading up to this entrance. Let's grab these light brick steps from the base game. And I think I might go with this gray wood foundation from the Cats and Dogs pack. Truly, I am taking every opportunity to use the Vampires pack when I can. I'm just going in with this stone for our porch. Okay, the front facade is basically done. I absolutely love how it looks. Now it's time to do the hard part, which is the landscaping. Maybe I will draw my own fountain with the fountain tool. That way we can have the driveway kind of go around it. I don't know, how big are we talking here? How rich are these people? Once I put a car in as well, that should help. I have these cars saved from the debug menu so I can grab them easily. This is definitely a rich person's home, so we need to have a few cars. And then let's go in with some tall hedges around the entire property. Okay, now for the tedious part, which is landscaping. So we didn't get too many landscaping items with any of the 2017 packs. The only thing is this kind of shrub thing from Cats and Dogs, and then these dead plants from the Vampires pack, which I obviously will not be using in this luxurious house. So I'm gonna go in with just a ton of base game plants and kind of line around the entire property like so. You guys know the drill, just your basic framing landscaping everywhere, and I will be right back when I'm done. Here's the outside landscaping all done. I absolutely love how this turned out. It just looks so luxurious, especially with the fountain, which I think was a good alternative to a pool since, as I mentioned in the beginning, this is supposed to be the back of a home from the reference photo. So the fountain feature is kind of like a little nod to the pool. Okay, while I was gone, I also decided to work on the back a little bit. So I just have this fence gate from the Cats and Dogs pack here, and then I created a walkway, and this is what the back facade looks like. I wanted it to have a similar vibe to the front, but also look a little bit different by adding this large balcony, this trellis detail, and then also this big long pool with a kind of built-in hot tub. By the way, I didn't use the platform tool at all when creating this pool deck. Just think of this piece as one large porch because the house is already on a foundation. Also, these fun string lights are from the toddler stuff pack. Let's get right on into decorating our backyard. I intentionally left this big grassy area because I wanted to include some of these like pet agility training things. I don't usually include these items in my build, but I guess we might as well if we have the space. Oh gosh, does it also mean we have to include this big playground thing from the toddler stuff pack? I mean, we do have like the space for it technically. Would it be absolutely criminal if I did the sad beige version and not the colorful one? I don't know. I mean, they made it an option for a reason. I'm doing this so the children can be happy, okay? I think we draw the line at the ball pit though, right? I don't need to include that. I'll do this toddler safety slide instead, how about? Just placing down some napkins and plates from the toddler stuff pack as well. With a backyard like this, we have to go in with a barbecue. I'm just gonna put a few regular lounge chairs out here as well. And with that being said, here's the exterior of our home, all done using only packs that were released in the year 2017. You guys, I was not optimistic about the 2017 packs, but this exterior has got to be my favorite one we've done so far in the series. Like, I could totally build houses like this all day. I just think they're so pretty, and we really only used cats and dogs for the exterior. Like, you don't need all of the other packs. Because this floor plan is so big, I'm worried I'm gonna like run out of items to use and it's gonna get kind of repetitive. So hopefully the remainder of the packs will pull through on the interior, but let me know down below what you guys think of this exterior. Let's go on to the floor plan. As usual, I went ahead and did the floor plan off camera because it's a struggle bus for me, and I don't want to show you guys that side of me, but we have a huge massive floor plan to work with. Over here on the left hand side, we're gonna have our very open concept kitchen and dining area here. We have a powder room down here on the main floor. This is all just lobby space. This will be our living room slash family room, and since we do have the fitness stuff pack that was released in the year 2017, we have to have a room dedicated for a home gym. Moving on upstairs, I did include more bedrooms this time because I do remember seeing a comment from a long time ago wondering why I don't make homes for larger families with more bedrooms. So I figured today was the day I did a 3-bedroom home. So we have the primary bedroom over here with a walk-in closet, which walks into a very large ensuite. This primary bedroom also has private access to this balcony up here. This will be the kids' bathroom, and then these are the 2 kids' bedrooms. Let me know what you guys think of this floor plan. I think I did a pretty good job. I would love to play in this floor plan. It feels very playable, like there's a lot of space, and obviously we're going to include a lot of pets in this home as well. So let's get started. Let's get started on the home gym first, just because this is where we're going to be able to use a lot of the items from the fitness stuff pack. Even to this day, I must say the fitness stuff pack is probably one of my favorite stuff packs. I love the bathroom items that it comes with, and I also use this particular light so often in all of my builds. Let's line the wall with these plain mirrors from the base game. Unfortunately, we didn't get any small wall-mounted TVs in the 2017 packs, so this treadmill is gonna have to stare at this painting all day. And we should be able to squeeze in just one of these punching bags from the base game. Going in with the fitness stuff pack sink, I think it would be kind of nice to use as like a water station. This rug is definitely one of my favorites. I love all of the neutral colors, and even the like colorful colors aren't that bad. Next, I just want to go in with a stereo because you can't work out without music. We'll just decorate the top shelves with some stacks of CDs, maybe a few base game towels on this top shelf. I'm just snapping them to this shelf first, and then I'm dragging it off so it lines up perfectly. Okay, last but not least, I think I want to create some more vibey lighting with this one from the fitness stuff pack. It's kind of like a rock looking sconce. It just looks a little bit cooler and maybe like sets the mood for working out. I don't know. I think it's supposed to look like a rock climbing wall or something, so maybe we could put a few like randomly scattered up the wall or something. I don't know. Does that look silly or does that look cool? I can't tell. I've never done that before. To be completely honest, it's been like 7 years and I just now realized that these are supposed to be like rock climbing handles, you know? But anyways, that's gonna be it for our home gym area using mainly just the fitness stuff pack. One thing I forgot to mention is the wallpaper in this room. This like chevron print is actually from the bowling pack. So I think it was nice we were able to use some bowling stuff in this room, since I'm not sure how much bowling stuff we're gonna be using in the rest of the build. But let's move on now to the living room. This is a really big space for a living room, but luckily we're gonna be able to include a nice big fireplace. This one from the cats and dogs pack is obviously our first choice because it's so big and luxurious. I kind of want to put like a piano or something in this space here. It just is the perfect shape, although that might be a little bit big. There's also this one from vampires, but yeah, I don't think that's really the vibe. So maybe something like this. I know it comes in like a brown color. That could be perfect. Then we can go in with this cottagey looking couch from the cats and dogs pack. Maybe there's like a matching armchair. Maybe, just maybe, we could make this swatch work. I don't know. Is that like kind of crazy? What if we mix and match it? So we have like the more neutral armchairs with the crazy couch, going in with this beautiful square coffee table from the Parenthood pack. I know that the cats and dogs pack did come with a pretty sizable rug, which could actually fit in this space. It's pretty rare that I make a living room large enough to actually fit a rug like this. The only problem is a lot of the patterns clash with our very loud striped couch. Oh gosh, what is my life without the City Living fluffy rug? I am honestly suffering. There is not a single fluffy rug in the 2017 packs. This is gonna be a problem. I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be a very big problem. Just grabbing the matching end table from the cats and dogs expansion pack. Even though this wood doesn't match that wood, this wood does match with the floors, so I think it's okay. And then let's just go in with some clutter to add some personality to this room. Here's the room with some extra clutter. This book stack is just from the cats and dogs pack. This magazine holder and this cute flower decoration is from Parenthood. I just have some base game items here, and then this painting is also from cats and dogs. I did size it down because it was really big before. This overhead light is also from cats and dogs. So I really wanted this space to look kind of formal, especially with the grand piano and the fireplace, but also as if kids and a family actually lives here, hence why there's like one of the kids' craft decorations on the coffee table. So hopefully you can kind of see the formal slash family vibe. However, on this side, I do want to make this more of a like kids play area, I guess. Actually, maybe it makes more sense to turn this area into like a library slash like reading area for the kids. Maybe even an office. I'm not really sure. I just laid down these bookshelves from the Parenthood pack. I might put this craft station right here. And then I thought it would be cute if we went in with an adult desk as well, kind of like the kids and the adults have their little desks next to each other. Going in with this cottagey chair as our desk chair. Yes, okay, that is so cute. I love that. This cats and dogs plant in the corner. These arts and crafts from the Parenthood pack would be so cute too. Do you think we can fit a rug back here just to like section off this space a little bit more? Here is our living room slash office area all done. I'm really happy with how this space turned out. Even though it was a really large room, I feel like we made good use of the space and it seems very functional. Somehow we were able to make this ugly striped couch work. And yes, I did call it ugly. That's just my personal opinion, but it looks kind of good here. Can't lie. Let me know what you guys think of this living room, and let's move on to the next one. Let's move all the way to the kitchen area over here because this is the next most intimidating room. So surprisingly, the cats and dogs expansion pack, despite it being an expansion pack, did not come with a kitchen set, which is quite disappointing, I might add. As you guys know, it really irks me when expansion packs don't come with kitchen sets. I just think it's like, I don't know, it should be illegal, truthfully. Luckily, we did get a really good kitchen set with the Parenthood pack, which is what I'm using today. And with this, we are going to be making the largest kitchen in the world, it seems. We're going to do a double stove moment. I might size up this base game hood fan and just put it all the way up to the ceiling. That looks quite luxurious. It kind of helps meld together the double stove. And then from there, we have no choice but to do an absolutely monstrous island. island. Putting the sink and dishwasher combo in the corner here. There's something so luxurious about not putting your sink in the island, so you just have all this uninterrupted counter space. If I were to ever build my own kitchen, I would definitely not put a sink in the island. I just love a crisp island, you know what I mean? I can't explain it. You either get it or you don't. Maybe this cats and dogs overhead light would fit perfectly on top of our long island. Now here are our 3 bar stool options from Parenthood, Bowling, and Cats and Dogs. Honestly, all of them could work, but it does very drastically change the vibe depending on which ones we choose. I want this kitchen to be fun, so what if I grabbed the Cats and Dogs ones in this like yellow color just to make it feel a little bit more happy and youthful? Doesn't that look kind of cheerful? Now just finishing off the room with some clutter like this rug from the base game. And here's the kitchen all cluttered up. I just added a few things to the island. This fruit bowl is from Parenthood and these 2 items are from the base game. And then I also included the dog treats over here. This dish drying rack is from Parenthood. These things are from the base game obviously. And then this bread basket is from Parenthood. And then on top of the fridge I just raised up this dog food item, and on the back wall here I decided to include just some more storage since we had this blank wall. And then this calendar, it works with the Parenthood pack gameplay, so you can set a curfew and all of that. But I really love how this kitchen is coming along. I love how it looks luxurious, but also it looks very family oriented, which is something I'm really trying to balance throughout this build, as you guys know. But I'm gonna quickly do like a little breakfast nook here, I think. Just a marble table from the base game, and maybe these white chairs from the bowling stuff pack. Does that look kind of silly? Is it like too small? No, I think it's okay, right? What if we size up this circular woven rug from Cats and Dogs? This might save us. Oh my gosh, something doesn't look right. I just can't decide what. Maybe I'll go in with these curtains and try and use kind of like a funny swatch like this. It's the chairs, honestly. I can't with these chairs. I'm trying really hard to make the chairs work. They're just not gonna work. Let's just go in with a good old-fashioned base game neutral brown moment. That way we can keep the funky curtains. I think that's okay. Going with this bowling light fixture, add in a pop of yellow, and that is good enough for me. Breakfast nook is done. Let's go into our formal dining room. This may be our one and only time to use something from the Vampires pack, and I don't know if we can pull it off. Maybe I'll just like force myself to use it, because we haven't really used that much vampires yet. I just feel like we need to do something, right? We can't completely neglect the Vampires pack. The rug is probably the most important part, so let's pick that first. What about this one from Parenthood? This might work a little bit better. The corners get cut off a little bit, but honestly, that doesn't bother me. I think we can make it work. It's kind of interesting, even though the chairs and the table came from different packs, the wood tone seems to match exactly. It's almost like these items were made in the same calendar year. You know what? The Vampires table is kind of thriving. I kind of love it. Let's just keep it. Once again, this is a family home, so why don't I put a high chair? Maybe it should go at like the head of the table. That makes the most sense aesthetically. Let's do this Cats and Dogs painting collage on either side. If you choose the correct swatches, they do kind of slot together and create a picture. Just finished off the table with some base game clutter, and here is our formal dining room and our entire kitchen and dining section all done. Overall, I love this space. I think it'll be really great for gameplay. There's lots of room to walk around, lots of counter space to prepare your meals, and a lot of places to eat. You can have some really big dinner parties in this space, I think. So let me know how you guys are enjoying the build so far. I'm just gonna go in super quickly and finish up this lobby area and this little powder room, and I'll be right back. Here is our lobby area all done. I just have a little area for coats and shoes, and then this console table from the fitness stuff pack. This mirror fit perfectly on the side of the staircase. It's from the Parenthood pack, and then I included this pet toy box underneath the console table. When you loop over to this side, I just have more items from the Cats and Dogs expansion pack. I did manage to fit this window bench in the corner. It's also from Cats and Dogs, and then some pet beds here. Seeing as Cats and Dogs was the only expansion pack we got in the year 2017, you can definitely see that it's dominating in this build right now. Around this side of the hall, I have this window bench from the bowling stuff pack, this cute corner shelf from the Cats and Dogs pack, and then this door goes into the powder room downstairs. In here, we had another opportunity to use some more items from the fitness stuff pack, which is this sink and the toilet, as well as the wallpaper. And then the bowling stuff pack also had a chance to shine with this nice glowy painting. So with that being said, that is going to be the first floor of our 2017, aka year 3 of The Sims home, all done. This is a really huge and luxurious first floor, but I think it's so functional. I love how it turned out. It's so homey and cozy. It is quite neutral, but I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with lots of color upstairs when we do the kids' bedrooms, so let's get started. Okay, you guys know the drill. Let's get the bathrooms out of the way. I actually want to use this really fun parenthood shower. Let's do a double sink since all of the kids are sharing this bathroom, and then we can use this really long mirror, which is also from the parenthood pack, by the way. And let's try out this luxurious toilet from the Cats and Dogs pack. This bathroom is rather big, so I think we're gonna have enough space to put the cat toilet or litter box or whatever you call it in here. Can you tell, you guys, that I don't have pets myself because I don't know anything about how pets work, but I'm pretty sure you put the pet bathroom in the human bathroom, right? Like you wouldn't put it in the common area. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like I've asked you guys before. Maybe we go for like a warm yellow theme and then change the floor tiles to this green to kind of play into the green coloring of the tub. Just grabbing a few more bathroom accessories from the Parenthood pack because we have tons of space. Last but not least, I just want to include a separate overhead light, and I think this one from the Parenthood pack would look perfect in a bathroom. And here we go. Here is our shared kids bathroom all done. I actually really love how this bathroom turned out. I love the combination of colors. It's like so warm and cheerful, but big and messy at the same time. It definitely feels like children live in this bathroom. Now, I kind of want to do the parents' bedroom really quickly while we're at it. It's absolutely mandatory that we include this corner tub from the fitness stuff pack. I love that tub. Since this is the primary bathroom, I think we can go for a more luxury and modern vibe. I'm just gonna draw a quick half wall here to section off like a bathtub area. Perhaps we can have another double sink moment just over here on this side. I just went in with some base game clutter items like the laundry basket and the robes. I used the bowling stuff pack painting again, but a different swatch. It's nice and modern, so it honestly kind of fits the vibe. And then I used the fitness stuff pack overhead light once again. And then on this side, I just used this really cool fitness stuff pack standing mirror. But anyways, that is our primary ensuite bathroom all done. It is giant and huge and luxurious. While we are here, let's just get the primary bedroom out of the way and take a look at our bed options. I know we have a few from the Cats and Dogs expansion pack. We have this vampires one, which unfortunately will not be saving the day today. I think our best bet is to probably just go with one of these Cats and Dogs ones. This one here is a little bit more my vibe. My goodness, what were they thinking with this swatch here? I mean, this is just not a great swatch. It's really not. Even the black version is not much better. Like the hexagonal pattern is just not, it's just not great. Should I try and make this barfy olive greeny brown color work? Once again, grabbing this rug from the Cats and Dogs pack and sizing it down by 1. Maybe we can use a different swatch in this room. Oh my gosh, not again with the hexagonal pattern. What was it about 2017 that made the Sims team want to use this hexagon pattern so much? Oh my goodness. Let's just try this green one, I guess. I already don't like this room. I kind of want to put like a TV living room area in this room because I didn't manage to put a TV downstairs. Maybe we can just do a little armchair situation like this one from Parenthood. Oh wow, these swatches are very fun as well. Oh my gosh. Why do I feel like I've never looked at these swatches in detail before? Holy moly. Let's pair it with a nice ottoman. This one's from the cats and dogs pack. You know, surprisingly, these two swatches match really well, despite the fact they came from different packs. Tell me this is not super unhinged, but we have some extra space over here, so I figured I'd just sort by the bowling pack and include some bowling memorabilia. That looks totally normal. It's actually kind of cute. Does anything actually fit inside here? Like, what if I put some books? Huh. So it's like a completely useless shelf? I must say this was a missed opportunity. I guess I can just manually place some of this stuff. That turned out pretty cute. I am satisfied with that. I don't think I can do this barfy yellow bed. I just need to change it. I just can't stand it. I don't know. I just like don't like this room at all. Truly some of my worst work ever. What if I went from one ugly swatch to another and tried this one instead? This entire bed is the problem, okay? Maybe I should just switch to this bed and all of my problems will go away. Okay, there we go. The green swatch is totally fine for this cats and dogs bed. Putting another pet bed just at the foot of the bed here. And let's finish off this bedroom with a sized down ceiling fan from the vase game. And I'll just line the closet walls with these clothing racks from the vase game. Luckily, there are a few different swatches, so it doesn't look super repetitive. And here's our primary bedroom and walk-in closet all done using mainly the cats and dogs expansion pack, but also featuring a little bit of the bowling stuff pack. This bedroom was honestly such a struggle, but I do like how it turned out in the end. Nice and neutral and earthy toned, you know, just stuck to my comfort zone at the end of the day. What can I say? Moving on finally to our two kids' bedrooms. I don't know what this shadow here is. I'll have to fix that later, but I think we'll do two kids in this bedroom and then one kid in this one. Do I dare try and use this bed again that I struggled with so much? I feel like if I'm making it for a teenager, I can use some of the more fun colors and it will work out a little bit better. Like, this blue color seems easy to work with, right? I can give it more of a youthful twist by pairing it with these end tables from the bowling pack. I'm just gonna go in right off the bat and filter by the Parenthood pack because I think this is gonna be the majority of the room. Should I use this guitar decal? I don't know, maybe the sim likes to play the guitar or they're really musical. I wonder if this rug swatch comes with anything music related because that would be really great. No, it does not. Okay. Missed opportunity. What about this one? Okay, there's a guitar swatch here. It doesn't exactly fit our color scheme, but we can try and use it somehow, I guess. Oh yeah, this boy band poster would be perfect. I imagine this sim saw this band and then really wanted to become a musician just like them. Let's put a desk setup over here with one of these Parenthood chairs. Of course, we will give them a few guitars, an electric and acoustic. Let's not forget these Sims live in like a mansion, okay? They can afford it. Let's grab this dresser from the Parenthood pack as well. And of course, we'll need this floor-length mirror. I imagine this Sim practices guitar in front of this mirror and pretends they're like at a concert or something. This retro clock from the Bowling Day stuff pack kind of fits this room, so let's put it over the desk. And maybe the matching Bowling Day stuff pack end table lamps as well. This is turning into the most random room ever and I kind of love it. And of course, every room in this house needs a pet bed, so we'll put another one at the end of the bed. I just added a few base game posters to the wall, this Parenthood clutter underneath the bed, and then also replaced the overhead light with this one from Parenthood. I added a base game backpack over here and then just some more Parenthood clutter like the hair dryer, the makeup, and the diary, and I think that's gonna be it for our teen bedroom. I really like how it's messy and colorful and youthful, but you can also see what this Sim's interests and aspirations are. So I love that there's a lot of personality here. Let me know what you guys think, and let's move on to the room that's gonna have two kids living in it. Now the question always is, do we want bunk beds, yes or no? Maybe if we do a bunk bed, we could actually fit 3 kids in this room. If the teenager is artsy and like wants to be a musician, maybe these kids are like really sporty. Using the bowling end table, once again, it's just such a nice size. Going in with the Parenthood rug once again, just because I know there are some really sporty swatches here. I'm just trying to place down all of the sports equipment I can find. Unfortunately, the toddler stuff pack isn't super useful for interiors. A lot of these items I used outside, but I can try and use some of them, like maybe this toy box and some of these pillows or something like that. Maybe this blanket trio would come in handy. I made a little toddler section over here with this single toddler bed. I don't know, I feel like it's reasonable that a room this big is shared by 3 kids, especially if they're all kind of young. We can scatter some pillows around. I imagine like the older siblings can read their toddler sibling to bed. Putting these 2 parenthood desks over here so the older kids can do their homework. Something tells me these 2 siblings are definitely twins, so everything they have has to be the exact same. Ooh, this basketball decal is perfect on top of the desk area. And let's give the toddler some age-appropriate artwork. I love these sheer curtains from the parenthood pack. This big bucket of toys as well. I feel like if you were a kid that had a room this large, you'd just have it like sprawled out in the center like this. For the dresser, let's just go in with this tall one from the base game. I feel like they can all share one this big. And last but not least, we need the starry night light item for both sides of the room. Okay, wait, one more thing. This item has a swatch that has like a jersey, which I think would be perfect for our sporty Sims. So I'm just gonna slot this clutter piece just under the bed. And there you have it. Here is our kids' bedroom all done, which fits 3 Sims, a toddler, and 2 athletic twins. This room is definitely more colorful and messier than my usual style, but I feel like this is a pretty reasonable amount of mess, and it feels kind of homey in a way. Oh my gosh, here is our build all done using only packs that were released in the year 2017, aka year 3 of The Sims 4. Honestly, I was not optimistic about the packs that were released in year 3, mainly because we didn't get as many as the year prior, but this is probably my favorite home we've done so far. By far. It's no surprise, but the Cats and Dogs expansion pack was definitely the standout pack in this build. But genuinely, this doesn't feel like a limited pack build to me, and it also feels very current. Like, it doesn't feel like this build or any of these furniture styles are crazy outdated or anything. I don't feel like I needed any more packs than what I had. I don't know about you guys, but I am so impressed with the 2017 packs, and I think I can confidently say that these are some of my favorite packs, and I use them so often even today. But as usual, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think of the year 3 packs and this build in general? And which episode in this series do you think had the best house? As always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and you want me to continue this series, and comment down below what kind of videos you want to see next on my channel. And before you go, don't forget to go to Incogni.com/DoctorAshley to get 60% off an annual plan. Click the link in my description. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. It was so much fun to build without a budget. I forgot that's why I love this series, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. But as usual, I hope you guys have a very, very, very above average day. Love you!